Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. All right, so family, so this is, like I said, this was impromptu. I came down here to do the normal reading like we do. And like I said, I think of course I put it at the end of the reading just now, but I'm just doing this one to, greet y'all in the beginning because it's out of whack, like meaning not the normal way I do stuff. But just real quick, I was saying that since we were doing that and I have all these different decks, I came down here to get love message cards and I pulled them out. But I just was being nosy my own self and because I would definitely let y'all see me flip the cards at any moment, not an issue. But this was my own being nosy and I never flipped this deck. And that's what, and I promise y'all, so I just went on and recorded the reading. So y'all drop a pink heart for real if y'all want me to go on and get into the mess and us get into the cards. Because I will put that up there right now for y'all because that's what I came down here to do. But I was like, I could not record these cards that I just pulled out of this Oracle deck. I don't even know how I'm going to name this reading, but y'all drop a pink card if y'all want me to still do that because I think I'm going to go ahead and do Cardi 2 right now for y'all with her outbar because, honey, she done went up there and just lost her whole mind, right? So let's stay on the married couple today. Yay. Congratulations, Taylor. All right, let's get into it. Y'all let me know, too. Drop them pink hearts, all right? Peace and love.
Event is supposedly today. So the first event is supposedly today. What can you tell us about the events of the weekend?
So what we know from seeing permits is that they do, in fact, have Madison Square Garden rented out. They've been loading things in all week. And there's up to 1,000 people going to the wedding festivities itself on Friday. Today is a little bit of a mystery. It's probably a rehearsal dinner of some sort. But, I mean, this is going to be an absolute spectacular blowout. And I think that people are going to be really surprised that Madison Square Garden is not going to look like Madison Square Garden. There's not going to be T-shirt guns and pretzels for the guests. I mean, this is going to be like a complete transformation. According to a source, it doesn't look at all the same inside. They've absolutely transformed it.
I get it. It's an iconic arena, and the Knicks won the championship. But they could pick any venue around the world. Why Madison Square Garden?
I mean, I think for most people, this seems like the absolute weirdest choice in the world. But for her, this is spot on. It has total security. Also, keep in mind, she's very familiar with it. She's performed there multiple times. You can load people and your equipment and everything in through tunnels.
Okay.
So it's got 100% ability to be locked down in terms of security, and she can transform it inside the way she has for some of her tours where she kind of makes them feel very intimate and stuff like that. They're going to be in there tenting it, putting in flowers, installing. Somebody said that they were installing something that's going to look like a castle inside. So, I mean, she's really got the capabilities with all of her tour managers and everything to transform something and make it look very
So, Charlotte, one of the things that I'm curious about, so people should know that when she tried to attend Jack Antonoff's wedding, his wedding was mobbed by, fans of hers, right? So that's why she's probably thinking about this. But Taylor, I want to talk about her brand because she's convinced an entire generation that she's your best friend. She's the girl in the house who's going to come over with a pint of ice cream when you have trouble with your boyfriend. You're going to eat it and you're going to talk about it and she's going to sing about it. Does renting out Madison Square Garden and transforming it feel more like a billionaire-esque move, or is it still the Taylor?
Or a BFF move?
Exactly. Thank you, Nate.
I mean, I think she doesn't have many choices, right? It's like she's got this beautiful property in Rhode Island. A lot of people thought that maybe she would do it there, but she can't really just do whatever she wants. Actually, she's a little bit constrained by the fact that everybody in the world wants to see what she's doing. It's almost like a royal wedding in many ways. It's like, the way that William and Kate, which I actually happened to travel over there and cover that wedding back in 2011, they had to live stream it. They had to do it for the public because everybody wants to see it. They expect to see it. People have been with her and listening to her lyrics about her love life, and they feel so bought in on her love story that they feel like they deserve a piece of this action. So it's like she can't just do whatever
But
she
they're
wants.
not going to get a piece of this action because they're not invited.
Well,
it's not an
Well,
open
are we
wedding
going
in
to
a way.
see it?
I
That's
think
my question.
we have to
We all wanna see
manifest
it.
pictures, right? Like, Taylor, give us the pictures.
Live stream?
Absolutely. I mean, the only thing separating this from a royal wedding is there's no live stream.
Do you have any hint of where these pictures could surface?
Well, I think she'll control it, right? I imagine that she will release them like she did with her engagement pictures, which she, they managed to pull that off with nobody having known that it was coming and with total control to, the artistry of it. Yes.
So the first event is supposedly today.
Actually, Taylor Swift wedding weekend, and here are all the details that we know about her 10-hour Madison Square Garden wedding. Let's dive into it. So first off, things are kicking off today, Thursday, July 2nd, at the Emphasis Theater inside of Madison Square Garden. Taylor Swift is hosting her rehearsal dinner. And it seems to be catered by one of her favorite restaurants, Sartiano's, which is a fancy Italian establishment in New York City. It's members only, ultra luxe. So I'm pretty sure she's going to have some caviar, some tartare. Pretty sure she's going to have maybe some steak, maybe some scallops, maybe some chicken. There were lots of different vendors that were seen coming into Madison Square Garden with chicken, fries, onion rings. Who knows if that's for Madison Square Garden's just regular menu or if this is something special specifically for Taylor Swift. But there were a number of different deliveries that were packed in ahead of the wedding nuptials, which will be kicking off tomorrow, Friday, July 3rd. 3:30 p.m. doors open for the cocktail hour. Guests will get to come in, have a little drinky drink, get ready. They will probably have to turn in their phones because I highly doubt we're going to get any iPhone pictures, any Instagram stories from Gigi Hadid posting Taylor Swift in her wedding dress. I would imagine there are going to be photographers, probably a fun photo booth. Everything will be under lock and key. And I'm predicting we're probably going to get either a Vogue or a Vanity Fair exclusive with the photos. But 5:30 p.m. kicks off the official wedding ceremony inside of Madison Square Garden on the arena floor, and we're hearing that she's building her own castle, literally turning Madison Square Garden into a fairy tale, which, I mean, listen, I wear t-shirts, you wear short skirts, you're cheer captain, and I'm in the bleachers. She's getting her fairy tale wedding. She landed herself a football player. She's living out, the not so glory days of high school. She's coming on back, and she's ready to show all those cheerleaders that she bagged a good man. After the wedding, 6:30 kicks off the reception with 1,000 guests. 1,000 guests will be in attendance at Taylor Swift's wedding, and you can be damn sure that out of 1,000 guests, not one of them will be Blake Lively. Unfortunately, Blake will be down the street looking from the binoculars outside of her Buckingham Palace penthouse. And there's already been a news story that even though Taylor spent so much money on her wedding, she has also already made a $20 million donation to multiple charities in New York City. So have no fear. Taylor Swift is here. It's going to be interesting. Zoe Kravitz is supposed to be there. Harry Styles is supposed to be there. Gigi Hadid, Selena Gomez, everybody but Blake Lively. I mean, literally 1,000 people. That's everybody that she knows in her entire life and their grandmas, except for Blake Lively. Okay, it is official
news. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially married. Breaking news. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially married. So it is being reported by alleged insiders that even though they have their huge celebration in Madison Square Garden tomorrow, they already tied the knot and exchanged vows in front of a tiny group of loved ones. Oh my God. It's a love story, baby, just say yeah. Says that the rumors are that the small ceremony recently took place in Tennessee, where Swift moved when she was just 14 to become a songwriter. Girl, what? So romantic. According to a website that tracks Swift's private jet, which is so crazy, girl. You are tracking people's jets? Girl, that is a lot of time on your hands. The singer's plane made a series of intriguing stops on Sunday in cities where the couple's closest family members live. After departing Nashville, the jet landed in Philadelphia, where Kelce's father, Ed, lives. Pennsylvania also happens to be home to Kelce's older brother, Jason, and his wife, Kylie. It then flew to Tampa, where Swift's father, Scott, resides, before returning to Nashville. The aircraft remained there until June 30th, when it headed back to NYC. Damn, bitch, you know all this information? Oh, wow. There are no secrets, bitch. I'm so happy that they are already married. Congratulations to Taylor and to Travis. Now they get to enjoy. They were just spotted going into Madison Square Garden right now with a whole bunch of SUVs for the rehearsal dinner, and tomorrow is the celebration. So congratulations to the couple. Taylor Swift and Travis are married. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Break it.
Listen, so family, I gotta say something. I was just starting to do the reading, right? And so you can see where I'm doing astrology for it. And I really wish that I would have had my phone on so y'all could see me shuffle, because I love that. And of course, you know, we getting into my girl, baby. Today is the day, baby. They are getting married. So, and let's just say that we know that even through the reading, can't remember what we said or what came out in the cards. But like I said, they could already be married if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's what people are reporting. But we still is getting juicy. And so I pulled out love cards because I have all kind of decks, right? And I ain't even got into the love messages even for y'all yet. So I look forward to that. And so I pulled some decks. I said, ooh, this is special today. They getting married. I was like, and you know, we always do all our messy cards. That's why these readings be long. Because I know y'all, we want to see what come out the decks, right? So it's cool because this one I've got from Sheen. I need to do another video update so y'all will know where some of this stuff come from, right? It's for my tarot and my Astro girlies and family and all y'all, okay? So let's talk about these cards. And I said I just want to pull a quick reading on them. You know, just in my own energy before we even get started. I was just so excited. I just kind of wanted to know. So I was like, man, and I said I want to pull these cards to see what would it tell a story, since I've never used them really. I think I flipped them once at best, maybe even twice, to be honest, but not for real for anything in particular, right? So of course I pulled these out. Oh yes, ma'am, old school Doreen, right? And then I saw these that I had got on Sheen. And they like little mini word decks, right? Of love and messages. And this one I didn't know I had either. So it was like another one of the messages. So y'all, let's get into it. I just wanted to let y'all see this quick one that I pulled. And then of course I'm gonna do the regular reading. But since I did it, I said, what the hell? We need to see what came out. I didn't think about that, right? So let's talk about it. And these, you know, since it's just kind of impromptu. Okay, so these popped out first, right? So, and these were, it's funny because I was like, and I was like, well, you know what? Something saying, my spirit was like, keep the message, right? And so I did. So I'm going to sit these right here. You see, I ain't even got situated. My coffee right there, everything. I just was wanting to see. And so let's flip. And then we going to go with that, okay? Today's the day. I hope y'all are feeling good. Happy Friday. Y'all, when I tell y'all I had such a damn rough day yesterday, and it was my all intention. I'm talking about I had me a nice little cocktail and was going to come right on down here immediately to do, you know, Taylor and Travis. And I just, when I say Mercury retrograde, whooped my butt, I had to get with my phones yesterday. And you know you got to be able to record. And I was having issues. It was the worst. But I got it fixed and I'm good. Okay, so, and these were the, okay, so these are the other cards. These were the ones that popped out. So let's talk about it. Because this was the first two before I ever even pulled. Right, guys? And it's funny because they get married right now in real time. So you see the energy around tested, baby. They got tested energy. You know, your strengths and your weaknesses are being tested. Tested for me in this energy. Just imagine all the stuff that's going on right now, right? You know, the excitement, the guests are arriving. I don't know if the rehearsal dinner is tonight. You know I got to get in there and pull the clips for y'all. I've been looking, and from what I could see, even from the news reporting, that, you know, we got to talk about it. We got to pull up the guest list. We got to do all the things, right? And then they could even be, you know, even in the energy, right? As they cross this new path, I'm sure they've been put to the test before they got there, right? But they receptive. They own it. They on top of things. They They got good communication, guys. Okay, and it's funny because the message says, "Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you," and this is what's happening in real time, right? And we seeing it. Those are beautiful cards as we even starting out. So current, past, and energy, confusion. I'm sure. Because look at what's going on. Y'all taking over New York, NYC. And it's probably madness for everybody, your guests. You know, y'all trying to keep it concealed from the public. And I saw people literally, stating that they just happened to be in town, right, or whatever, but they wanted to be around to see if if they could get any glimpse of the bride, right? So, us wondering what's happening, hearing that they already married, all of that. And then it's funny because the next card is Labyrinth, right? Which is like, it's like a maze. It's like everybody's over here, everybody's over there. Did they already get married? And it's like they decoying you, so you can't find out all the details that you want to know, right? This is so cool. And I ain't never pulled this deck for real except once or twice. And I can't even remember if I literally pulled it for anything in particular. But to see this happening is everything, right? And it's about divine timing, synchronicities. Look at that, y'all. Yes, a divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. And this is all in real time because I took some good notes for y'all. I worked on how I can keep it really quick and simple when we talk about the astro, because the astrology does tie into what's happening. And y'all are soul family. So especially for my people who we like both. We understand both aspects, right? So I always love to add that. And of course, y'all can speed right past it. I'm going to work on putting the timestamps because some of y'all, I heard y'all was like, I don't want to talk about this shit. I want to go right to the reading. Okay, boo. We're going to do the timestamp. So when you come in, all you got to do is skip right on over it. But you might don't want to because you might find out something, right? That's good that you didn't know. But anyway, admire. I love it. Yes, Taylor girl. Yes, girl. It is to enjoy it. Life is short. You got to live, right, y'all? It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. And they are admiring each other right now. Isn't that so dope? Oh my God. Congratulations to her, right? I love that. Yes. And this is a spiritual union. Yes, girl. Yes. Your spiritual journey is beginning. Oh, and this is their messages. Wow, they're getting married and this is happening. Look at that. Look at that. And guess what? They are learning as they go. They're going to continue to learn each other. And guess what? It says, let love show you how to learn from each other. Yes, girl. Yes, as this new beginning comes in. And let me say this is extremely remarkable what is happening today. It really, really is. I can't even make the messages up. And look, do you see the 2 rings? Look at that, y'all. Look at that. What does the message say? I didn't even read the message. I'm sorry, I dropped it. My bad. Notice everything remarkable about your relationships. Yes, and this is a remarkable moment. Being able to celebrate this with friends and family in such a top-tier manner. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And listen, look at that focal point. Love. Yes, the heart is here. Y'all, we got to do some love messages for the signs, y'all. And chime in if y'all want me to do that. Because we got to get down to some things, right? You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. Isn't that a beautiful card? Look at what's happening in the heart of the matter. And y'all, Jupiter is in Leo right now, and this wedding is happening. And yes, this is sort of kind of really a royal wedding. So that shows you that the transits match the timing. And that's what synchronicity is all about. And let's talk about it, baby. Jupiter is in Cancer right now. And I pulled up their charts before I even did this, pull these cards just now, because I'm putting the reading together for y'all. But this is like a surprise reading for me. I gotta post this for y'all. I got to. This is beautiful. Yes. I didn't even expect to see this, I promise. So I'm saying that to say I had lost my train of thought because I'm so knocked off my socks. Like, wow, right? The next cards were honor. And they are honoring each other today. Yes, they are. They getting married. Isn't that? Listen, y'all ain't even gonna believe the two cards that are beside each other. Honor your loved one and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. And look at the bride in this picture. And guess what? Love conquers all. I cannot make it up. Yes, Taylor, this is it, boo. This is it. Ain't that beautiful, y'all? And guess what? What I was saying was, in real time, Jupiter is in Cancer. It's in Cancer. That's about birth and pregnancy. And it's about, look at the message, synchronicities, right? So the timing is, she could probably already possibly be pregnant, right? And listen, look. A surprise. It's some surprises. They're all in the energy. And don't be surprised if y'all hear that she is with child or already with child. I'm just saying. And guess what? This is so beautiful. Trust. And look at those hands joining together. Because this is what's happening today, guys, in real time. When I tell you I love to see it, you need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So these are things that possibly, even as they continue to learn each other, right? That's so powerful. Because this is a union. Two hearts joined together. They already done joined together. That's probably why, because I kept seeing the marriage card wanting to pop out, which stood out to me. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I should have took a picture of that, because before I flipped this deck and blessed it, and I had prayed, over this love deck cards, believe it or not, when I turned it over, the card on the bottom was marriage. So I said, this what drew me to this deck anyway. I said, so this going to be the deck that I need to use for them, right? Because I said, oh, and it's crazy, I ain't never used it, and the first card was marriage up under there. But it's funny because marriage is what probably has already had happened, right? So let's do any other extra messages coming up out of here for them today on this deck. I love it, y'all. This has been really dope. I'm going to talk about it real quick with the Astro, since this is like very not in order of how I do things, but hell, it don't have to be. This is just real shit, right? Real time. Any extra messages, Spirit? It's just Sagittarius Sun. Oh. Wow. And Tavis, Kelce, Spirit, Travis. He's a Libra Sun. Spirit, Libra Sun. And all extra messages for them. Travis. Oh, okay. Y'all ain't gonna believe it, whether we want to believe it or not. And for those that don't know, and that was the thing why I said I wanted to go, and I promise it's a way of me wrapping it up quick, so I did it in a different format, right? Past lives together, and even with looking at that chart, we've done them, but maybe as I continue to learn, maybe I always evolve and I see something that I didn't see before. So I'm gonna talk about it. But look at that. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. So very much a past life soul connection, right? And look, they can communicate telepathically. And I'm gonna say something. I believe that. Based on seeing a chart today, which I never noticed until today, I'm gonna talk about that. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy, right? This is intense. This The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. So they're going to be learning each other. They'll be tested, but they receptive. You see that? They learning to trust each other. They got to learn and love one another. Look, I'm giving them their sermon, and they probably already married, right? Rekindle. So every relationship has magical moments that can be rekindled, right? But this just energy to me of not necessarily anything being rekindled, right? But more of like when I see past lives, and this is like kindred spirits, right? That's the energy that I'm getting. Because they got the soul cards and the telepathy, which only makes sense, right? So they have very, and it's interesting because look, intense and telepathic together. Okay? So that is how you get that energy of that soul. They rekindling from past life. So this is a relationship that paid out in the past and they rekindle in this one, right? Because this is how the cards fell out anyway. Wow, because it's souls. This is a soul connection. Wow. So they were together in past life and in this one, because this is like an angel, you see it, but love messages. And they rekindle in this one. Wow. This powerful, y'all. That's interesting. Well, let's talk about you know, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the traditional tarot, but I mean, this is it right here. And I ain't gonna lie, I love to see it. I love to see it. And even this not even a card or nothing. We done. But look at what was under the deck. Dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. These folks sharing their dreams together. Okay. So let's talk about it real quick. Cause you know we got to get into the Astro really fast, and this even in the transits is supporting the themes of commitment, guys, and this is very, very visible. Like I was saying, the sun is in Cancer. Jupiter is literally in Cancer right now, so this is the energy around home and family, emotional security, and truly building what lasts. This is the season, this is the time, and this is what's happening in real time. Remember, Cancer represents home and family, and it's the 4 of Wands in the deck, and they're getting married. So Mercury in Cancer also shifts the conversations towards the heart. I love that. Yes. And so with the legacy energy, family, 2 hearts joining one, I love it. And this is where we are. Venus is in Leo, like I spoke on it. And that's one of my favorite placements. Leo I am, okay? But Venus does represent love, guys, and joy and romance and beauty and relationships. And hey, Leo loves grand justice. And this is a $2 billion wedding, right? And unforgettable moments, because baby, they said they building a castle in the middle of Madison Square Garden, right? So about celebrating love in a big way. And let me say this, we talking about the wedding, but it's still a milestone. And we saw that even in these cards, right? And just being able to see them love each other today is huge, and it's in the energy, okay? So that plays a huge part. Also, Mars and Gemini, Gemini is the dual, the lovers, they're becoming one. Also, people had to travel to get there. All the conversations and the energy and all the speculations around everything and the nonstop activity. Remember that. And then Uranus and Gemini, it brings the unexpected announcements, the surprises. And baby, didn't they get surprised? They already got surprised. So that backs it up in real time, right? And I love that. Yes, come through, Astro. Okay. And it's about rapid changes in the plans, and ain't the maze is right here. Taking us all on a wild goose chase, and probably taking the damn guests too. Because I guarantee you the way this looking, they probably thinking one way and the people taking them one way, and they going to end up being probably detoured to something totally different. But all within the energy, right? Because it's in the messages too. So Saturn and Aries also reminds us that every new chapter comes responsibility. Message on the table. You're going to be put to the test. Being receptive, understanding how to trust each other, learn one another, right? And love one another, even in the confusion. Even in the confusion, because the messages are right here, right? So that's that commitment, that's that structure, the long-term foundations. So this is really truly a period where they're building a legacy. This is synchronicities in time. So, this is a situation. We ain't pulled a traditional tarot, but based on these, baby, it's looking better than I ever thought, right? So, and I don't want to be, I'm not negative. Let me say that, because that ain't it. I'm just going to be paying attention to Travis. That's all. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all, because that's what we do over here, right? But I'm also, that's just me. When I read the cards, that's different. And the cards say what they say in regards to things that have to do with him, right? So that my me don't have nothing to do with the messages, but I'm just telling y'all my me on that note, okay? So, of course, with Taylor being a Sagittarius sun, she has a Cancer moon. Remember, synchronicities, everything lining up. She got a Scorpio rising, okay? So this is past life. That's our answer right there with the Scorpio coming in, right? And the thing about this is that, remember, the Cancer energy is the moon. So, baby, this is the time where they, like I said, we ain't flipped the tarot, but she could either be getting pregnant or possibly might already even be pregnant. Okay, let's just keep it real. And I think I saw that in the energy, right? Because it does, Jupiter is expansion. Moon is the mother. It is what it is, right? So Travis is, of course, the Libra sun with a Sagittarius moon. And he also has Jupiter and Chiron and Cancer. They got the same placements. So that's where the energy comes in the balance of all this, right? With them, okay? And then, and remember, his son, him Libra natal, Libra sun, right, values his partnership and relationship themes. So this is a part of his life, too, and legacy, right? So let me just say this. Together, that energy touches both of their charts. And baby, let me tell you, I can't stress it enough. This is a strong energy on this pregnancy. I'm gonna stand on my word, and y'all come back and get me, right? But Taylor, she has that Sagittarius sun, and remember, Travis has Sagittarius moon, so it is a soulmate connection, whether we believe it or not. It's amazing. I didn't understand that, right? Until now, for some reason, we look at it today as they join as one. But this is the growth and new experiences together, and that's where they telepathic, because they match in that manner. It's adding up and making sense more and more, right? So they're going to protect each other too with that energy. Learn and trust. It's on the messages. And, professionally, both of their charts are going to continue to favor visibility and growth regardless. And remember, I think we said that he may even be choosing a new path. I don't know how much longer he'll be an athlete, but whatever he chooses, their charts favor that going forward, that things will continue to grow and expand, okay? And also their creative paths will remain strong. So they'll continue to explore new opportunities. He gonna explore new opportunities beyond football. And I think he already has started, but we're gonna see that expand more and more and more, right? And they're gonna also expand their individual careers. But it's going to be supporting each other's success. So this is good, okay? And the challenges that they could face that I took notes was, it's not necessarily each other. It's about balancing an intensely public life with a healthy private life. So it's going to be them, like the messages are saying, learning one another, trusting one another, because they're going to be put to the test. It's on the table, right? And this is going to be about protecting each other, family, and one another's peace. And that's going to be the energy of themes in their relationship. So home for them is a huge theme. And I didn't even understand that until right now with those two placements that they have together, shared, right? And, you know, Taylor, our girl, is a numerology girl. So December 13th is a significant date. You know, a lot of people speculated that she got married on that date. And who's to say they didn't? Because it's very possible that they very well could have, right? Already be married. This just might be, you know, the final, you know, shadig for all the guests and everybody involved and vice versa, right? But remember that 13 number is very meaningful for her. And it's associated with transformation, discipline, and building something stronger through change, right? So it's interesting, and it symbolizes how it embraces her. And this is a new chapter for her. And that also was in even their messages in the cards, right? But I'm going to say angel number for them, 222. You know, they getting married. And I'm going to say something. 2 and 7 are the same number for and I know that's a bad habit, but let me explain, because I'm a lottery girl and y'all know I play my numbers, so don't laugh. And it's a habit that's learned, believe it or not, through my ancestry. My grandmama used to play the numbers when they weren't even legal here in Georgia. Very funny. My mom would tell me that they would have to kick the dough in, and she said mama would have to flush the number bag down the toilet, right? And there was a famous guy here, his name was Wesley Merritt. My grandmama used to run numbers for him. So this is a lingo, and if y'all any of my old school, and I'm telling my age, and I'm happy with that, okay? I promise y'all. But y'all gonna laugh and tap in when y'all hear the backside of a number. So a backside of a number, a 2 is a 7. So a 0 is a 5. 0 and 5, the same number. People don't like triple sixes, but 1 and 6 are the same number. So I'll just say real quick and giving y'all a little lesson. Count up 5, and that's the backside of a number. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you got? 5. You get me? So 0 to 5. 0 and 5, the same number, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then what? 7. A 2 is a 7. This is the 7th month. July, that they getting married. But this is synchronicities. Where you going with it, E? Well, triple twos represent partnership, balance. And I'm sure that Taylor done got her reading because she a numbers girly. And she knew that this month was favored in her life. Synchronicity right here. Both of them got the same Cancer placements, right? So this is a favorite time, not even just for her with birth, with child, expansion, but also joining families together to merge, to celebrate, because this is the season. Just wanted to say that to y'all. So it goes together. It is synchronistic. This is, you know, something that was meant to happen. And I love to see the fact that this was here. So if nothing else that we got, that's what's up, right? And isn't it so exciting that we surprises, so we know the surprises are ahead, right? So let's just finish up real quick, and I'm gonna stop it after I finish this Astro part, because I need to bless these cards. And I don't know if I'll do this separately or just keep it like this, because this is really what we looking at, right? I love it. But let's talk about, again, like I was saying, real quick. So for them, I love this because, hold on one second, y'all. Because it was something that I wanted to add about her Venus being in Aquarius, right? It was something in his chart, and I was trying to look in my notes. That's why I paused. But let me see. There was something in his real quick. Let me pull it back up. It was a note. I try to take my notes before I start, but it's all good. Hold on one second. Because I want to make sure that I saw it right. That's what made me say, one more thing I noticed, right? His partnership house, that's what it was. Bingo, 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 bingo. And see, I wrote Aquarius, but then maybe that's why I was like, I'll see it as soon as I go back to the chart and look directly. And so that's what I wanted to add. It is a soulmate connection, guys, because her Venus is in Aquarius, right? And we like, well, how the hell that's going to work if he, attracted to what we thought he was or is and can still be. But his Venus is in Scorpio. So, baby, this is a energy between them, I'm telling you, okay? So it goes, is what I'm saying. It was something that was in Gemini. Was that her chart? Let me see. It was something. And see, they got them Capricorn placements together, which is the $2 billion in the... So, baby, when I say they're going to continue to build, I ain't finna carry y'all no further. This is what I wanted to say. This is it. His North Node is in Aquarius. So with her Venus being in Aquarius, this is like destined for him. This is part of his destiny. This is confirming the past lives on the table, right? I said it's going to come to me. It's going to come to me once I looked at the chart. I had to go back. I know I ain't crazy. So I love y'all. I don't know if I'm going to just post this just like this because maybe this is it, right? But we haven't did no traditional tarot. So I'm going to go ahead and close with this. I had to record this. I love y'all. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I still think I'm going to do this portion of it too. So I don't know. But if I don't, this is everything, right? So congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I'm so excited for them today and even going forward, y'all. Let's just, hey, I think I am though. So if I don't, this is one part. I love y'all, but I got to do these. Bye. See y'all soon. Okay, so I thought about it, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and post this because this is the reading, which is, like I said, it's blown my mind. It's unexpected. I know that y'all, because y'all my people, and y'all want me to get down to business with these cards, this part. So please comment after you see this one today. Say, what can we say? If you want me to do part 2 and go ahead and record the second part with the actual tarot with all the things going on with them today, then drop the pink heart in the comments so I know when I see them pink hearts to go ahead and we gonna do the part 2. What's the word can we call it? Let's just do the tarot because that's what it is, right? So drop a pink heart if y'all want me to do the tarot part. And just go on and do another one. Because I'll do it in the same format. I'm still going to add a few clips onto this for y'all. Because this is exciting. And it's happening in real time, right? So I'm going to do that. And y'all drop a pink heart. Yeah, we ain't got to do nothing else. Just drop the hearts. And, we can go ahead and I'll upload this one today for y'all as well. So I'm going to go ahead and post this one. And it's time, I got to do y'all July, y'all lucky days and numbers. And also, I pick a card. Y'all let me know in the comments because I wanted to do one once a week for y'all, right? So I'm thinking for this one this week need to be about money. But y'all let me know in the comments, what y'all will want me to talk about with money, Because Cause I think that's the energy too. And we in 777 month, baby. So money, yeah, pick a card. And y'all July readings and stuff. So we got a lot, and then we got a lot of celebrities. So again, drop the pink hearts if y'all want me to go on and do this one, because I'm going to get it on up there for y'all today for Miss Taylor, Abu, and congratulations to them again, right? And the next one up, Cardi. Yes, that's who y'all finna see now. We got to get into that, huh? Akbar. And after that, I guess we gonna do DJ Academics. I will get that up there for y'all with Daphne Joy. And did y'all see Lil Baby and Jada been on my mind? So I want to add them. And baby, I've been saying for Kiki and Sean about 3 weeks ago. I think I said it in some of the ending of the readings, but we hadn't got to them. So I got them on the list. And I saw y'all requests. I saw the lady say Vanessa Hudgens. I saw somebody say Jay Cinco. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to condense those down. You know, maybe we can do certain ones like that, like how I did the Candace Owens, them one like quickies. So you can see exactly what you need, and we can kind of collaborate, or maybe that one need a longer deep dive. But hey, I love that y'all been responding and telling me stuff in the comments. Super dope. I really appreciate that. And y'all giving me y'all perspective. It helps. You know, that's the thing. And then when we do the cards, they say what the truth just gonna be what it be when it hits the table, right? So I love it, you know, good or bad. Because one thing about it, we ain't gonna all agree, but that's what life is all about. We're gonna agree to disagree, but guess what? We still family. So I'll see y'all shortly, because I'm finna get y'all another reading out. Drop them pink hearts if y'all want me to go on and do this and drop this for y'all today in the way that we do it. And I also pulled out some extra love decks. So y'all let me know. Talk to y'all in a second. Peace and love. Thanks for watching The Common Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.